Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Sagebrush Happy Hour journal entry for May 28th, 2025. You may have tried to watch yesterday's journal entry, and I inadvertently had technical difficulties. I accidentally hit the slow motion mode on my camera, and so about halfway, about a third of the way in, it went into like super slow mo, and what I was saying was unintelligible. Then I tried to correct it, and then I screwed up the audio, and so that basically ended up being a bad journal entry, and I'll remove it today. But in that, I had reported that we had to return back to New Mexico after a week in Colorado, up visiting my daughter and son-in-law and the grandkids, and also visiting my mother and taking care of some Memorial Day things that need to be taken care of. And then PD and I headed back down here yesterday, and we got home, and there's a ton of stuff to do. And one of the things that I was talked about briefly in yesterday's journal entry was that I had picked up an Apple TV box at the thrift store up in Denver, and for $15. And I mentioned that I preferred Roku boxes to Apple TV for a couple reasons, and then ironically is that after the journal entry, I went in to turn on the TV, and the Roku box had croaked. I don't know if it was a power surge while we were gone, or something else that happened, but it is apparently not powering up, and so I had no Roku box on our living room TV, and that has all of our services and the shows I like to watch on it and stuff like that. And so, as a fallback, last night we have a Roku TV in the back room, an older one that I was able to watch my favorite shows on. And then today, in addition to the hundreds of little chores that needed to be done to get the house back up and operating after a week of being away, was that I hooked up an Apple TV 4K to the living room TV, and so got that up and running, and with a little bit of configuration. And then I took the older Apple TV that I had found at the thrift store, and it was hooking that up in the and configuring it in the back room on the TV back in the back room. And I discovered all the reasons that I really disliked the earlier second generation Apple TVs, including not being able to put channels onto the home screen. But enough about Apple TVs and Roku TVs, except that I will note that our living room TV is an older, well, it's a 4K Samsung Smart TV, which is a nice TV, 43-inch, which is just, because it fits in a cabinet, it's not overly huge. But at one point, the shelf in the cabinet fell, and the TV fell on its head. And ever since then, it's had a big scratch on the front screen, and the plastic around the HDMI connectors is broken. And so it doesn't really hold the connectors in very well. And so, occasionally the HDMI connectors will fall out. And so it's kind of approaching end of life. And so one of the things that I discuss with any of my wife today is that maybe we'll get just a Roku TV for the living room in that 43-inch size. And then she brought up that, well, we could not have the TV in a cabinet and get a bigger, newer TV. So, you never know how that's going to all fall out. So we're going to figure that out here shortly. So I guess it's going to be the saga of the TV streaming boxes today. So that's what's happening on the Mesa. And there's more to report later. All right, for now, cheers, everybody.